What's going on, everybody? So I've had the K5 almost a year now. It's been about 11 and a half months. This is going to be a year, same difference. Wow. Now keep in mind, I got the GT line. Yeah, I wish I would have got the GT. I did test drive the GT, and it had that beautiful red interior with the wolf gray. Keep it 100, it was a little out of my price range, but it also wasn't my color. Now, I ain't got nothing against the wolf gray. It's a beautiful color. It's just not for me. I like red. I don't like that color. I mean, it's just not for me. You know what I'm saying? When I see it out in the street, I'm like, damn, it look good, you know, but I know it's not for me. I prefer red. And if you're going to get a car out the dealer or whatever the case, that's gorgeous. If you're going to get a car out the dealer, anything like that, make sure it's something you want. You know what I'm saying? Like when you go get a used car, sometimes you don't got a choice but to get the color because it's in better conditions, whatever the case might be. But when you know you making that choice and it's a brand new car, get the color you want. You know what I mean? So again, nothing against the wolf gray. It's just not for me. I love that red interior though. Oh my God. If I could have got this red on red, had that car been a red GT, I would have got it. I would have bust my ass, worked extra hours, Ubered, whatever. But let's get back into the K5. So in the beginning, I changed the LEDs, and I'll show you like a little video later. I actually just changed them to red from the yellow LEDs. But I changed the LEDs, the reverse lights, the turning signals in the rear, the license plate lamp, and then just so y'all know, the car got inspected recently in PA. He ain't passed me because I had red bulbs for the license plate lamps. I mean, the man just doing his job. I feel him. You know what I mean? I can't argue with him. You know what I'm saying? It's his license on the line for doing inspections, but, you know, it's a little, like you can have red facing back as a brake light, but you can't have it as a license plate lamp. All right, cool. You know, but 180 horsepower. Only mods I've done was the K&N filter. Not intake, but filter. I do remove the, I'm about to call it a pipe. But basically, I do remove the intake box that goes from the front of the car to the box itself. I removed that so I can have a higher flow. And then, like right now, it's off. So if I step on the gas, you can feel it. It picks up way different than if it had that on. Again, that's me. That's me. Whatever risk y'all take, that's on y'all. Changed everything to K logo, little LED lamps here and there, like on the headlights. You can see the other videos on the channel. And on the inside, under the hood, under the front grille. But all in all, I fell in love with this car. I cannot tell you that I don't like this car like the first day I got it. One of the best things about it is the old heads. An old head would look at your car, smirk, and be like, what the heck is that? I met one old head, not to call him an old head, no disrespect if you watching the channel, but you know, he was an OG. I'm gonna say he was an OG. He had the red GT. Oh my God, gorgeous. We had a quick conversation. I had to break it down to him real quick how the GT line was slower, and how he had made the better choice. But you know, even if you see the LX and the EX, like all the old heads, they are loving this car, and the young people too. I'm not young, but the style. I mean, you can't confuse this car for nothing else coming down the road. If you see a K5, you know it's a K5. You know it's a K5 coming down the road. And the only other vehicle is probably the Acura, the TLX and the A-Specs. Those are the only ones, but once you really get a good look at it, that yellow LED that they have is not nowhere near as bright as Kia's. The Android Auto, beautiful. Like, basically, everybody know everybody got a phone. So why integrate all the technology anymore? Like, you got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Why would you integrate the technology as a company? Like, Kia killed it doing that. I'm about to get hit. Kia killed it. I do drive with the traction control off in certain situations because it's just like you'll be driving and then let's say you at a light, you step on it, then the minute you step on it, as soon as that traction control hit, you like this, you like, oh, no, that's dead. Take that off. It's not for a huge family, but if it's just for like a couple, maybe you got 1 kid, 2 kids, it's a comfortable car. It's not a bad car. Now the way it drives, I personally like it. I wish the suspension would have been softer, but if I wanted a softer suspension, then I need to go get a Caddy or a Lincoln. You know, like, do your research on the type of car you want. When it comes to power, again, if you think you go pull up to cars, I just had a Nissan, I think it was a Maxima or Altima, that basically, like, this car almost couldn't keep up with it. You know what I'm saying? So if that's what you're looking for, is that adrenaline like that, go get a GT. But this is still fun to drive. Like, I got the Berger Motorsports blow-off valve. That just feels good. Like, I'm going to lower the window a little bit. Let me see if I can get y'all to hear it. But it's beautiful. It's not as loud because I'm on high rev, but it sounds great. I love it. It just adds that little thing to the car, you know what I mean? But traveling wise, long distances, the different modes, sports, smart, and if we're gonna talk about fuel economy, listen, when I put it on sports mode and I'm driving it, I'm getting like 14 miles to the gallon. And I put premium gas, I don't put regular anymore. It just runs so much better on premium. Especially with like the intake. And the blow-off valve doesn't do anything, but what it does do, it does something. Let me rephrase that. It does something. But what it does is basically it's eliminating that back pressure towards the turbo. So when you release that gas, that air basically was going back into the intake box, right? But at the end of the day, it's like, I'd rather have that air just be released, you know? It did pass emissions. It wasn't noticeable. I put the box back on. They had no clue. So if anybody was worried about that, there goes your answer. The tires probably got like 3 plugs already. They handle good. In the rain, I don't feel comfortable with them, if that makes sense. But they do handle good. Like if it was raining right now, I wouldn't hit this corner with these tires higher than like 30 miles per hour. I just don't trust them like that. They're real thin, and the thread is more for like summer or, you know, it's more sporty in my opinion. And I say a lot, so just to if anybody keep it count. I had a couple issues with the cars. Check engine light came on. The result of it, or the reason why I better said, is because I had to jump start one of my guys, or one of my boys better said, and as soon as I jump started him and I started the car back up, I just got a check engine light. So I would not recommend trying to jump start anybody with this car. The other thing is that I don't like. Damn, that's a hard one. I mean, I wish the dash would have been digital, like they did in Korea and Canada. That would have been amazing. And be able to use the turning signal and see like the person next to you. Definitely a little higher on the roof. Even if you put the car down, I drive in a certain position. Because I know 90% of the time I'm not driving the way I should drive. But I like to drive a certain way, and I like to be able to see, and I like to have that control. Because another thing I don't do is wear my seatbelt as often as I should, better said. And to keep it 100, I just put that joint right behind my back. So I don't gotta get annoyed, even though I know it goes off in 3 minutes, but to not be annoyed by it, then I just do that. But, you know, I don't think you can go wrong buying this car for the first car, or whatever the situation, or if it's your second car, you just looking for something a little sporty, but not too much. And let's say you got a kid that wants a sporty vehicle, but you don't want to get him like a Scatback. You don't want to get him a Stinger with 365 horsepower, or you don't want to get him the GT because they got too much, but, you know, he wants to feel like he's driving a car faster than, or a fast car. But it's not a fast car. It's fun to play with. It's fun to drive. It's fun to see cars passing you that you know you can't beat. Or it's even better when a Honda pulls up next to you, like an Accord or a Civic, because it's, depending on what your setup is, it works. That's another thing. The DragonWorks chip, I actually got it plugged in now. We're not even gonna get into that right now, but overall, great car. Love to drive it. Anybody that didn't get it last year, you're gonna spend an extra $5,000 because they got this market price adjustment value, and like one bull told me, basically it's because they're paying more to get it shipped over, and I get it, you know, but hey, you kind of missed out. If you haven't had this car, you didn't get it, and you're about to go buy it, you kind of missed out on those good deals. I seen a GT at the dealer the other day. They wanted, I think it was like $38,000, $39,000. When I went to test drive this car, or the K5, better said, the first one I test drove was the GT. When I went to test drive that GT, it was only $34,000. I got this because this was 29, I think it was at the time, or 30, and that was with the premium projector lights and the premium tail lights. So you kind of missed out on that, but that's everything. Even used cars is going up right now, so ain't nothing you can do about that. So I hope you enjoyed my perspective of the 1 year review on the K5. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Shout out to our 100+ subscribers now. Thank you for supporting us, and thank you for subscribing. Don't forget to hit that notification button so that anytime we put up a video, you can find out. I say we because my man's got the scat bag, but he's been down a little bit for the last couple months, so you'll see more on the scat bag soon. Y'all have a good day. God bless.